Welcome back to Pam's Cutting Board. Today we are going to make cheesy broccoli cornbread. That's a mouthful, isn't it? But it is so good. It's kind of like a casserole. And what you're going to need a 9x13 baking dish. I've sprayed it with cooking spray. I've got my oven heating up to 350. So let's put this thing together. And I will have the ingredients and the amounts in the description box, so you don't have to follow along and write everything down. So you're going to need some eggs.
I would say it will be a mouthful when you get a bite.
It is good. It is good. You're going to need some cottage cheese. If you don't like cottage cheese, don't snarl your nose. Wait and try it. It's so good.
Honey, you've done me that way a bunch of times. And say, don't knock it till you've tried it.
Yeah, Wayne doesn't like sour cream. Little did he know until we started this channel, I use a lot of sour cream in my dishes. He eats it and loves it. He didn't know it. Gonna need some milk, and it can be whole milk or 2%, whatever you have. You're gonna need 2 of the Jiffy corn muffin mix. Now, I don't like sweet cornbread, and Jiffy is sweet, but in this recipe it does work.
You are full of tongue twisters.
I know.
This show.
I know.
Hi everybody, this is your friendly cameraman.
Okay, and I have about a small to medium onion, and I've just chopped it up really fine.
And if you want more, you can eat onion.
And then I have some melted butter. And then it uses a cup and a half of shredded cheese. You can use cheddar or a mix, whatever you want to use. I'm going to put about a cup in here. First though, before I put my cheese in there, I'm going to mix it up. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you, you're going to need some broccoli. Frozen broccoli or fresh, whatever you want or whatever you have. And what I've done with the broccoli, these are florets. And what I've done is, this is a little like biscuit cutter or a salad cutter. And I've kind of chopped mine up to where it's kind of small, because when I get a bite, I want a bite of everything. I don't want to have a huge piece of broccoli. So I just chopped it up, or you can cut it up or whatever you want to do. So at this point, I'm going to use my mixer, and I'm going to mix all this up really well. Then when we come back, I'll add the cheese, the broccoli, and I'll just hand stir that up, and then it'll be ready to go in the pan in the oven. Now, you don't have to use a mixer, but I do like to use a mixer because that breaks up a little bit of the cottage cheese, but it's not necessary. You can just hand stir it. Okay, now it's time to put the cheese in. I'm going to save a little bit of my cheese for the top.
Oh, you have to make it like a crust?
You put the cheese on top.
Yeah.
And then we're going to stir in our broccoli. And you don't want to stir or mix your broccoli with a mixer, because it would break it up a little too much.
You get stuck in your little blades too, wouldn't it?
Well, not so much that, but it would just mix it up a little too much. You still want to know there's bites of broccoli in there.
They would be bits of broccoli.
And this would be good as a side dish. You could do a piece of fish or a piece of chicken, or maybe a pork chop, and just have this as kind of a side, or if you want to use it as a bread. but it's more of, I guess, a casserole. And it's a thick batter. You wouldn't want to use corn, like when I mix up my cornbread mix, or cornbread or cornmeal and flour, because the sweet in here really does make it. If you did that, I would advise you to add some sugar to this if you did do that, but I like using the Jiffy corn muffin mix. It's easier and I like the flavor in this casserole. Okay, now we're going to put it in the pan.
It kind of looks good like it is.
Well, it wouldn't be good like it is.
Alright. You the cook. I just
I don't think it would taste
cameraman.
very good. And the way I found this recipe, I had never even heard of it. And one of my bosses that I used to work for, she made it. And we all tasted of it, and I fell in love with it.
Oh, so you started out taste testing.
I did. And then I moved up to cook.
Oh.
Okay. There it is, guys. Now we're going to just add a little bit of cheese. You know what? I may put a little more cheese on it because I'm a cheesy
Yes. I can
person.
already see it.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough for us.
Now, for the average person,
Maybe.
another handful maybe.
Yeah, that would be enough for the average person. I'm going to get in the fridge and get me some more cheese.
Should we, I was going to say, should we peep-bone pound?
And I use the Mexican style 4 cheese blend, but you could use whatever, yeah, cheddar, whatever you wanted to. And if you wanted to buy the block and shred it yourself, you could do that. I don't. I usually just get this. It's easier. I'm all
Right there's the spot.
all about easy.
Oh, you?
So I would say that's, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups, but I would say that's probably 2 cups.
You got it.
But we like cheese. We like cheese. Okay. There you go. We're going to put this in the oven. And once it gets done through baking, I'll bring you guys back. We'll taste this. See you in a little bit. It's out of the oven. I've cut a couple of pieces. This is going to stay here. This is going to be, I'm going to take it to work. So, we're going to have Wayne to taste it. And like I said, you could use this as a side dish, as your bread.
Mm-hmm.
I like it just as a, I'm just going to get me a piece and eat.
Yeah.
All that broccoli and cottage cheese and eggs. I mean, it just is super moist. Go for it.
I've got a corn casserole on my mind.
You got one in the
Refrigerator.
in the fridge. Yeah, it just needs to be heated up. You can have that tomorrow for lunch.
Mm-hmm. Moist. Very moist. And I can taste the broccoli. Got the cheese.
But
Yeah.
you can't taste the cottage cheese, can you?
No.
So if you don't like cottage cheese, don't let this recipe turn you off.
No, don't. I mean, it is super. I mean, it's good. I mean, I used to say, yeah, you know, anything with cottage cheese, keep it away from me. But she fixed a bunch of meals fed me cottage cheese, and I didn't know about it. And I said, boy, that's good. That's good. Well, I still don't like cottage cheese, but it's good. Yeah.
It's good in stuff. I like cottage cheese and peaches, but Wayne doesn't. He doesn't like cottage cheese by itself.
Look at that right there. I mean, man, that is so moist. Look at that. Let's see if I can pick up my, yeah, look. Moist. And it is good. I wouldn't salt it. It's good just like that.
Yeah, we didn't add salt and pepper. It doesn't.
We didn't?
No. And I didn't use garlic.
Okay.
I went strictly by the recipe because I like it just the way it is. But I mean, if you wanted to make it and add those things, you could.
Hey everybody. Love you. And I'm trying my best to text and answer some comments and stuff. I've got a finger that my hand will spasm. And sometimes I hit the wrong button. I may send you a half a text. But hang on, because the other half will be on its way. Okay? So we are trying. Got a prayer request? Put it in our comments box. Got a friend called and we talked a while, and his mother has cancer. She was a single mother raising two kids. There's 2 or 3. I'm sorry. When he told me about his mother, I kind of lost track. But it was 2 or 3. A single mother. He said, she was his hero. And he said now, he said she was a super person. Now I have to be her Superman. Pray for them. Pray for them. Ask God to heal her. We haven't had a praise report in a while. Remember our prayer book. And I'll turn it back over to the boss.
If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Yeah. If you have, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We thank all of our supporters that watch and comment and like and share. And we love you guys.
Watch a video this week.
Yep. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.